Welcome, friends, to Paint with Ceci. I have a passion for painting, and I'm so glad that you're here with me. In this quick tutorial, you're going to learn how to paint cherry blossoms, and they're coming. And they bloom intensely in the spring, representing feminine power, mystique, hope, new beginnings, and the importance of living in the present. I am painting cherry blossoms in several places with the very light pink. I always like to start from light pink to dark. You can find all the supplies on my LTK, and you can find a new tutorial on Thursdays here on my YouTube video. So thank you for being here, and let's get along. So I'm just painting lightly, softly, cherry blossoms sparingly. I'm gonna add the twigs later, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of dark pink in the center of the flowers. Now I'm just creating a little bit of composition where they're all gonna go, and then I add the color so I can have an idea where the stick is gonna go, the branches. So I'm just what I'm doing right now is pick up the pink color, and if that pink is too dark, what you want to do is you pick up paint, you go in the water, and then you go on the paper, and you get the medium pink. If you want even lighter, you do the same process again. So you take your brush. After the first time, after you put paint, water, paper, you do it again, water, paper, and that's how you get your lightest pink. That's one way to get your very, very lightest pink, with diluting with water. Or if you have a paint that is already light pink, you can use that. And another way is to mix white with the darkest pink. You can obtain a lighter pink color as well. So lots of options here. I like to use the little tea sauce, the little tea-shaped water, so I can clean my brush. A little bit of water. They're just darling. Anyway, so you can get the Princeton airbrush paint brushes on my LTK linked, or you can go Digalinda. On my LTK, Digalinda, like to know it. I love these watercolor floral set brushes, and they have the Heritage round 2 and 6, the Neptune round 8, and I'm using the 6 right now, the Heritage round 6. And then for the finer details, you can use the round 2 at the very end when you go and put a little line going out from the center of the flowers after you add the dot at the end, or you can do the lines at the center of the flowers and then add the dot at the end. That works as well. Either way. And if you make a mistake, it's okay. At some point I got paint where I wasn't supposed to, and you can clean that up with a paper towel or a different brush and just wipe that. Right now I'm just painting the branches where they're gonna go, and this will be a lot easier and faster. And for you guys, I know it'd be a lot more fun if you had a guide where you can just go in color without having to worry about the composition where the flowers are gonna go. And I have a little surprise for you, so that keep posted for that. So very, very exciting, something coming. And I'm just adding the little dots. You can do it as you wish. You can add the lines and then the dot, or you can add the dot and then the lines. And then I'm gonna show you also a little trick with watercolor. Although if you prefer that way, you can do that too. I'm gonna show you in a little bit. Right now I'm just adding the cute little dots and a few little lines to go. And I don't like when there's so much contrast, so I'm gonna blend in a little bit of these flowers so that there's not such a dramatic. I know each flower is different because the sun hits it at different times, and the lighting is totally different from one to another. and that adds a little bit of dimension. And here's the mistake that I made. You can wipe it with paper towel, a dry paper towel, or a different brush. Just wet the area where you made the mistake and go over with water, with a wet brush, not water, with the wet brush, and wipe the paint off the paper. I'm doing this on an 8x8, but you will see that what I'm doing right now, I'm showing you that there's a couple of ways that you can do the flowers. You can paint them very light pink with the edges a little bit darker, and then add that dot, which it will spread all over already with the lines, or you can let it paint the same flower and then let it dry a little bit and then add add the dot later, and it will not spread so much. And then you can add your lines, or you can add your lines and then the dot. So it's totally up to you what you want to do. For more inspiration on flowers, I do faux flowers arrangements. I design those. I also design linens for tabletop. I do the table runners, which are very popular, and I do my designs in that, and they're exclusive. Everything that I have on my website is painted by me. And I also do the art prints. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day, and join Digalinda at DIGA_LINDA.